Hey guys, it's your boy Eli.
It's your boy Kelvin.
It's your boy Daniel.
And we're back. The Geek Centurions, another great episode. And this is more of a chill episode, so that's always great to have, right guys?
Well, we'll say about chill, because I saw, as soon as Eli released out the list, today, the final list today, I was looking at it, and I saw the entries down the line. I'm like, okay. Daniel, I saw yours. I'm like, boy, we's gonna fight. I'm gonna give you full disclosure right now. I know you got your beef with some of the
let's
series
go
on
over
there.
what the topic is today.
Yeah.
Today's topic is basically, again, I say it's a fun one, where we talk about animes that we consider overrated because we had to have our obligatory anime episode.
And by overrated, we mean even though, in our opinions, we think it's overrated, but to the popular masses, it's a well-known or popular anime.
I will say this: some of these in my list I do enjoy, but I don't think it deserves the credit that it deserves, that people give it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same here. The things on my list, pretty much the majority of them I do like, but I feel like people give it a little bit more praise than it really deserves or anything.
Yeah.
So Kelvin, I know you're, and I saw the list too. I was like, there's at least two. There's one I get. One of them is okay. You have to explain yourself. I might agree, but you have to explain yourself.
Okay.
But with some of this, we all released our list. I think Kelvin, you have some more on yours, or you still have the same ones you.
I have probably, if anything, I know that some of us do have the same, but I'm pretty sure that each of us have our own perspectives on the anime itself.
I'm saying you gave me a 3.
I literally gave you 3 because it's the ones that I can remember off the top of my head that I've seen either I've seen the whole series fully, or I've seen enough seasons of to give a proper review kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily we have to the list I gave you. I've seen the whole thing, but it's just
it's the ones you're confident in.
It's the ones I can confident about, and I have enough knowledge about to where I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not just talking out of my ass.
Fair enough, because I think I have the most, and I'm not even gonna get to all of them.
That's one thing I'm gonna. Well, that's one thing that I wanted to make sure that the list itself was solid on is make sure we have prior knowledge or just knowledge of the show.
Yeah.
Instead of just spewing all this stuff on and then people would be like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about? Are you just talking out of your ass? The hell?"
Because for some of these, I'm I mean, I like the manga version, but there's that anime version. I'm
yeah.
I know you noticed one of my lists. You're okay, I can agree with you with the anime version of that.
That's always the argument. Yeah. It's oh, the manga's better. I'm okay,
I think that could be an episode on of itself, just the adaptation wise. Because there's one manga that I'm I love it, but I hate the anime adaptation. I'm not gonna get into that.
Basically what it is between the manga and anime, it's the manga is essentially the book, right? And then the book has everything, and then in the anime there gonna be some scenes or there gonna be some moments where they're gonna cut out of because it was either too long.
Well, not just that. The one I'm thinking of is they just butchered it.
Okay, well,
it's that meme that everyone's look, they massacred my boy. That's how I feel. When I see
same how
even worse.
Yeah, same how it applies to the whole when there was book series or whatever, and then movies. So they same concept.
It's worse for the one I'm thinking of, but we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
But For let's get started. Who wants to start off? David, who wants to start off with one that we have, or should we just go with the one we all kind of have an agreement on?
Have the same idea on. Yeah.
You gonna say someone say all same idea?
Let's see. Yeah, I think we all said Attack on Titan, correct?
Yeah, we all have the same feeling of Attack on Titan. I think I'll start it off first because I think I'm more the voice of reason between the two.
So to speak.
Yeah, so to speak.
It's debatable, but sure.
I mean, you're the one who was quick to rant.
Man.
Don't tell me I'm wrong, Kelvin. I remember those days.
Man.
So for me, Attack on Titan, I think it started off a very interesting show. It's sort of this dystopian society, kind of like a zombie movie kind of thing, and everything was fine up until a certain point in the story where it stopped being kind of survival horrors and it became a generic. I wouldn't say generic, but an over the top show, and it always tries to spook you in areas, but in reality, for me, it just didn't work because I could see most of it. For me, I think if you've seen the Joker review, if I can see it coming a mile away and it doesn't impact me still, despite knowing it's coming a mile away, then I feel like you guys didn't do your job well. And I feel like that's how the story for Attack on Titan is where you just couldn't keep me interested in it. And it's just, I don't know. It didn't work for me, and this is one of the few ones where in the manga it doesn't even work either.
Yeah.
Plus the manga's art is kind of not that great, and like I've seen bad art, and it's still some sort of work well with this story, but this one's like just no. Oh, that's my 2 cents. But you guys got. Down you go first.
Yeah, I'll go. For me, it was I pretty much went through the same thing that happened to me when I was watching The Walking Dead. Like, at first, I liked the show a lot. Like, I thought it was really great. And then as we go further within the season, I just felt like the quality just started slowly dropping with it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think, again, like, for example, for The Walking Dead, like, I think I only started paying attention again because apparently people were talking about Negan. And I think the same thing happened with me with Attack on Titan. I forgot who. I think it was with the introduction of Kenny. Like, people started talking about it more. And, yeah, I seen, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 episodes when that happened. And I still couldn't pull me back in.
Got it. And Daniel, Kelvin, my buddy.
The fuck, yeah.
My co-host.
It's funny because how you always like bug me on the fuck ups, but now you're fucking up. And
fair, I've been known to fuck up names.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know, like the first episode, like especially whenever like I was actually introduced to Attack on Titan, right? And I was actually introduced like, oh hey, you should check out this new anime. It's called Attack on Titan. I'm like, okay, it sounds an interesting name. I saw the first episode. I'm like, okay, and then like literally towards the end, I'm like, what the actual fuck?
Now, are we talking about first season or just as it goes
like
along?
First season, first episode. Like
Okay.
that's what I think. That's what got me hooked initially, right? And
okay. I thought you were like this.
The very first episode, the ending, and then I'm like, oh my god, what the actual hell? So I was like, okay, this is interesting. So it progressed through season 1, and then parts of season 2, and like it was actually good. Like it was story was starting to pick up. Like really interesting, diverse set of characters all around. Then I started like as season 2 progressed into season 3, I'm like saying, this, like I've already witnessed this moment. Like there are so many moments in this anime, in the series in general, where I've already seen it. I feel like they're just like recycling the moments again instead putting a different spin on it, if you will. Like that's what it felt like to me. And like for me, it's like, if I see that in an anime series now these days, now that I'm actually starting to catch up on anime series and stuff, if I'm starting to see that, I'm like, I'm just gonna log off, just because it's like I can't stay hooked to it, that's something with Attack on Titan for me, especially with like, I get it, there are different kinds of Titans, there are different kinds of aspects, but
each one has their own abilities.
Each one has their own abilities. I get that, but then the same objective is clear though for Titans. They're trying to devour the rest of whatever humanity's left over, break through the barrier walls, and then literally eat everybody.
Yeah, and then for me, it's I think I was talking this about my brother back when season 2 was coming out. I was telling him that the hype has died down because like there was that huge gap between season 1 and season 2. I kind of lost interest because I've always said after the first season, like, it's a season you can only watch once because the surprise is just gone.
Yeah.
And like once you see it as it goes along, the surprise is always gone. I think when and I'm pretty sure most people have already seen it because it was like that was the anime of like, hey, even if you don't watch anime, watch Attack on Titan kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's a cool one. And everyone knows about Eren. I think the moment Eren got his like special
his
time powers, I think it just like went away.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, when it was like first done, I was like, oh, that is badass.
Yeah.
But then as it goes on, like, oh,
that's the same. Yeah. Which brings me to
it takes away the like, and I know this is where you're going with because we talked about this, and Daniel, I think I talked about this with you too. It takes away the suspense.
Yeah.
Because like the thing about the Titans was like, oh shit, and you one fuck up, you're gone. And now you have your ace in the hole, and now there's like this sort of conspiracy theory that like comes out of nowhere. And I'm just like not really that interested anymore.
And then even the ace in the hole kind of thing gets screwed over, and it's like, oh well, that was our only shot. Now we need to find a different ace in the hole. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I mean, that's fine, but it's more like the way they build it up is what you're saying.
Exactly. Like, it was the build up. I'm like, oh, it's our ace in the hole. It's our only shot. Like, we only have one shot at this. Goes in, boom, dead. And then, like, okay, now what's next? And then they go through the same process again. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? It's like I said, it's that same, like, recycled process almost, to where like they take one epic moment. And then, like, it's cool, like, you know, it's great. It keeps us on the edge of our seats. And then as the series progresses, it's just like now, oh, okay, I've already seen this. It's like, you know, like once a hype or trend has, you know, had its moment, at its peak moment, it dies off, and then, you know, people just move on. Just like, and also just like on a somewhat semi side note, the same thing with, like, you know, people cosplaying as the actual characters from the show. Like, I would literally go to conventions and so many, it was so that genre of people dressing up as either just the soldiers in general for, you know, that army or whoever.
When it was out, there was like no way you couldn't. There wasn't some kind of like core.
There wasn't a single con that you didn't go to that you did not see at least one.
They were the Deadpool of cons for a while.
For animes, yeah.
Because you know how you always go to a con, doesn't matter if it's anime or comic book.
You'll see a Deadpool.
You'll see a Deadpool because that's
the second, and
when Attack on Titan came out, everywhere you went, there was
you see an Attack on Titan. It's not even a main character. It's just someone who's part of the core or whoever, and they just happen to
cannon fodder.
Yeah,
it's not even cannon fodder. It's just some random. It's just you wearing the suit.
It's just you wearing the suit, and you're wearing everything else is normal, and even people who just wear the shirt in general. Like,
And Daniel, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah.
Like, no, not that I know of. Like, yeah, I think I pretty much stayed what I said. Like, I slowly the hype died down with it. The more I got into it, and then like I just lost interest and heard about the character Kenny. Tried getting back into it, and I just couldn't get back in.
Yeah, I heard of that character too, and when they just showed him off, it was like, yeah. I also found it weird how like they used guns, and I'm like, why the fuck didn't you use guns the first time?
Yeah,
y'all use swords. Y'all had like this rocket propeller. Like, you had that, and then guns. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, guns?
Why haven't you been using that since the beginning? Because they seemed more effective. But that's a side note. Yeah. That's a side note.
Yeah, like, also, can we just talk about like one thing? Like, no one ever brought this up, but like how Kenny kind of looks like Whole Horse from Stardust Crusaders.
Oh, that's your thing.
Yeah, like I just noticed there. It's like, what does he look like, Whole Horse? And it's like, I don't know. He kind of looks like him, but it's not him. But he has guns too. You know what's funny? I remember reading somewhere that the inspiration for some stuff from some of the Titans are based on famous people. So like the Armored Titan was based off Brock Lesnar. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I can see that. Yeah. A big bulking dude just like running through a wall. That's Brock Lesnar. It's in every WWE UFC moment. Clearly you can see where my sport stands. But just to move on from Attack on Titan, because like I feel like we can go on and on about that. Because that's the most well-known one. Because that's the one we all agree on. Because like it's a noob-friendly one. Yeah, like. And at the same time, I'm just like, it's not the best one. Because at some point, the story for me just kind of gets convoluted. Because I remember, I haven't caught up I could have sworn there was like a hint of time travel. Was there? Like, I still don't even know what's in the basement. I think they got out of the they found what's in the basement. And and here's the thing, I don't care. Like, so all the suspense was for nothing then? Well, I mean, that's again what you're saying. Like, it's been going on for so long, and you just don't care anymore. Like when someone dies in did you say Walking Dead? You're just like, whatever. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I mean, as long as they didn't pull a Glenn. That hurts Kelvin every time. Let's move on. Yeah. Yeah. So Kelvin, what's one from your list that you want to talk about? Another I don't know if I know some of y'all might have had this, but a next one on my list that, in my opinion, that was a popular. It was considered a popular. I mean, still is a popular anime series. Released back in early 2000s. Y'all know what it is, with the orange spiky hair. Soul Reaper. Bleach. Soul Reaper. Yep. You were forgetting the name. Sorry, I had a thing to follow. Did I drop something? I think you did, but let's forget about it. Okay. I had a follow up to that, but like Bleach. The orange hair, bad attitude, spike haired kid who becomes a Soul Reaper one of the big three. And if you don't want to know what the big three is, it's usually just the three like animes that like got everyone into anime. Yeah. Which was Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Bleach is one of them. Bleach is one of the forefronts. Especially for our generation. Yeah, for sure. That's one of the ones that got us in. No, like I think I started getting exposed to more anime like during the Adult Swim times. Like I would hear about like Inuyasha and other stuff on there as well. But no, you were saying, Daniel? Okay, Calvin. You suck. I hate you.
I'm sorry. I told you this. I know too many Daniels and I know too many Davids.
There's literally one Kelvin that you know of.
I
can't, like,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like he's sorry Fahrenheit. I'm a Kelvin.
With Bleach.
I like how I just like slowly realize back hell. You were saying.
So with Bleach, like I said, just good, good beginning, like good story, like a lot of good story arcs. Don't get me wrong, it was a lot of good story arcs, and all around.
Like when we started the list,
you were surprised, you were shocked.
I wasn't shocked. I'm like, okay, explain yourself, because I think
you said really, and no, you said really, and then you said okay, explain yourself, and then that's when I started giving my 2 cents on Bleach.
And you were surprised at how much I agree with you.
Yeah. So, like I said, it starts off good. Again, like same pretense, because specifically with Bleach, this is the anime of like our time, like, for us growing up as kids, if we didn't have access to the internet, then we just watch it Saturday night, late at night on Adult Swim, because that's usually what exactly. Yeah, basically it. That's where we watch Bleach on. And whether we watched it in a sub or dub, which either version was actually pretty good on its own. Again, same pretense of the whole, good story arcs, good set of characters, memorable moments. But then again, as the series progressed, after the story arc of, Ichigo and the gang saving Rukia from her brother, and then it goes into the Hollow arc, I believe.
Yeah, the Hollow Eisen arc.
Hollow Eisen arc,
which is which for those of you who aren't listening, it's when we mean arcs, it means like just a story arc in general, and this is a different story arc that happened at the end of another story arc.
Yeah. So now this time it's Orihime that gets captured, and I was another female lead that gets captured.
Lead.
No, lead. Yeah, yeah. Another female lead.
Bleeding? Oh no.
I mean, yeah. Another female lead that gets captured. It's like basically locked up in like this tower. Same thing like Rukia was, and they gotta fight through all the enemies, and pretty much all the hollow like leaders, so to speak, to get to Orihime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that it was probably at that point I was like, this is just another Rukia arc. Like,
yeah.
What in the actual heck?
That's when I started, because I've always liked Bleach, especially when it went along.
And especially,
I feel like the anime is probably one of the worst things that ever happened to it, because source material, I feel like it's okay, but you can tell like the creator was kind of like lacking, because I noticed someone mentioned this on, I can't remember, it was someone online where you can look at old chapters, you can see how much detail and thought put into it, and as it goes along, you see a lot more whites in the area, like less detail, more like. There wasn't much to it, and like it was each like shorter pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of like the usual 20, it was like 18 or 17.
Exactly, that's what it felt like to me. And even like whenever people argue, like I've had several arguments on this about like the whole, the Bleach, the Bleach arcs and everything like that. It's like, oh, you just need to skip the fillers. I did skip the fillers. That's the thing. Whenever I knew it was,
because it was filler heavy. And
yeah,
for those who don't know, filler heavy means like
episodes not relating to the series and whatsoever.
Yeah, it's non-canon. It was a way for the animators to like give the source material some time to
catch up.
And, not for them to like just like to like give them enough material to work on, because they would always work so close to the actual product where it was like, okay, we're just basically giving you the same chapter but animated, and it's a lot more harder for them to do.
Exactly.
But it was very spoiler. It was very filler heavy, and you're right. The story was repetitive.
Yeah, and that's what it was to me. Even like in honest retrospective, like the animes I've mentioned so far, I haven't necessarily finished, but like I'm not gonna finish a series if the story if they're like you said, if it's the same. Whether it's the same surprises, it's going to be the same. If it's going to be a repeating arc, like that's going to be the same thing all over again. I'm not going to finish a series. Like there is very few series that I've actually watched from beginning to end. And very very few series on that. And like I said, but because what makes those anime series different from the ones that I mentioned so far is like yes, they do have the same criteria that that I like personally for me that I look for in an anime, but at the same time it's like they're there's always something new. There's always something different, and there's gonna be something that is a memorable moment in each of the arcs.
There's a new way for the character to
exactly. You know.
Yeah, because like literally, I don't know about you, Daniel. Like for me, with Bleach, it was like, okay, he's gonna take time to train because the main character Ichigo was always like, okay, I'm about to fight my like current rival enemy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna fight him now.
Which is Renji, which he got his ass kicked the first time.
Yeah, and then like again,
Fights him again.
Wins. And then he does it again with like Okiura, then to Aizen.
Rukia's older brother, right?
No, Byakuya was the older brother.
He still fought Byakuya.
Yeah, it was like a tie, wasn't it?
I've never seen Bleach.
Really?
I've not seen Bleach.
Really?
Wonk, wonk. So just like if you have the animation, just a big old X.
No, but if
on the Instagram filter.
Now, if I have to go from what you guys are saying, it goes through a repeat. It's like there's a new villain. I gotta get stronger. He gets stronger, fights him, win, repeat with a new villain.
Honestly, yeah.
That was basically.
I will say, and like it's. I'm not saying that the characters aren't interesting. Like, good Lord, Aizen was like an awesome villain, but like. It's just the way you go into him was my issue.
Aizen was the super buff old dude, right?
No,
different.
That Aizen was the bad guy.
Oh yeah, wait.
The dude that had the glasses, but then like he took off the glasses and slicked his hair back because
slick hair back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's Aizen. Okay.
Yeah.
I always got them confused because it was him and then the really buff old dude that was.
No, they're two different characters.
Okay. No, because I know he was like the leader of the entire Soul Society.
Yeah, Aizen was the leader of the Hollows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but then he was posing as a captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, I was gonna say this, like, you barely remember anyone.
See,
from
that's
show.
the thing. Like, they're except for the main characters.
Yeah.
Because
yeah. You're talking about the old dude. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't
remember half of the people in the show.
I can't remember.
I don't remember like 3.
I remember maybe 1 or 2 captains. That's it.
Yeah.
And maybe another and other characters that are not even like part of the Soul Society. Soifon, I think.
She's part of the Soul Society.
Yeah, I guess. No, but yeah, again, not a captain, but
she was a captain.
Because there was 2 female characters that were like very martial arts heavy, like base combat. It was Soifon, and then there was a darker skin character.
Oh, that's a different character.
Yeah, again, but like I remember
she was one, but now she's not. See, the only reason I remember this because like it was around the arc that I actually cared about.
Exactly. So it's like that's probably another one of the reasons why I think Bleach is not on my top. Even though it's a popular favorite amongst fans of our generation, but for
and
me,
I think it's that it was that arc because the arc that you and me are talking about, the Rukia saving arc, was one of the best arcs, and like the build up was great, the payoff was great. You're introduced to a new villain who was a total badass.
Yeah,
they literally had that like, hey, it's the main character theme. Oh shit, things are going down. He's about to cut him with his sword. Stops him with the finger and stops the song.
And cutscene.
Yeah, no, it's like it's over.
Yeah,
he lost.
That's it.
Wow.
All that training.
It's like if Giorno's piano thing.
Yeah.
It's like happening, and then Diavolo just
stops it.
Just stops everything.
Huh.
In mid song, like the song's like, you're like, oh.
The build, and
this is how it's gonna go down.
And especially the build up, like you said before, all that training that Ichigo was put through and everything. His final moment, final attack, it just stops. Like you said.
And that's how the show is. No, okay, so that's it. I'm surprised you haven't watched it.
Yeah, no.
That's a bigger shocker to me too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just a long story. Then one day I was like, I think I'll give Bleach a shot. And then I read everywhere saying like, it didn't end that well. So I was like,
it was an okay ending in my opinion. It just didn't feel satisfying. That's because like, it felt coming. You just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the sad part when it comes to like. Because the big 3 of our generation are like very long running and they're still going.
Yeah, especially One Piece. With how many episodes now?
800 something. No.
Chapter wise, yeah, I lost count on
that. Chapter wise is like
we're damn near 1,000.
Yeah, close to it. That
I'm not even gonna look it up.
One
I just
Piece
know
does hold the record for the longest running.
No, it doesn't. That's Detective Conan.
Manga or anime?
Manga.
Anime wise, it's still going.
I mean,
still same thing. It loses to Pokemon.
Like,
did Pokemon finally beat it? Or
Pokemon came out earlier.
No, I mean just like
No.
longest running.
Okay, wait. When did Detective Conan came out? Because I know they're still making episodes for that.
Yeah, there's some. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Well, basically, it's not. It's kind of one of the longest ones, but it's not the longest one.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go with that.
Mhm.
Okay, because we're my turn. So, I didn't put any of the big three. I know you two did, but I didn't put one because I was like, I kind of like each of them in their own respective way.
Yeah.
Plus, you already took Bleach, so I'm not gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
And you just heard me talk about Bleach. So I'm gonna go with one that's kind of the same way, but I'll say this: I haven't read the manga, but I've heard the manga's better, and that is for Soul Eater.
Soul Eater, yeah.
Soul Eater.
Yeah, you guys seen that? Yeah.
I've seen bits of it. Yeah.
I remember seeing probably like I can't really say my piece on Soul Eater because like I've actually attempted to see like the first 3 episodes, and that's about it. And then I think I don't know I tried watching it also in dub, and I kind of got sidetracked. Personally, for me, I kind of got sidetracked at the fact that the main character who plays Soul, essentially. I mean, not Soul.
Well, anyway, let's
Yeah.
just not last on
Sorry.
that. Yeah, I always tell them just don't focus on anything if you can't back it up.
No, yeah.
But no, for me, it's not a bad series. Again, most of the ones we have, it's not that we're hating on it. It's just like we're not really think it deserves the top billing, and I think Soul Eater is on a lot of people's top lists. For me, it was just nothing was going on. There was moments where like, oh man, I actually kind of think this is a very interesting story. This is a very interesting lore, especially when it comes to the main characters, especially when it comes to certain characters. But essentially, it's basically like a school where these kids are trained to be like Grim Reapers with their partners who can turn into weapons.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty badass. But nothing really happens at the same time. Like some cool stuff happens here and there, but it just you don't feel like you've accomplished anything for me. And I think that's kind of that's not the intent of your show. If that's not the intent of the story you're trying to tell. I think that's not like I'd rather not watch. If you want to make a show about like random, like just where it's nothing, like one of my favorite movies of all time, The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's a movie about nothing, and I think Kelvin would hate it because he wouldn't get what's going on. Yeah, you never heard of Big Lebowski, have you?
I only know because of John Newman. That's about it.
John Newman.
Not John Newman. He was. It was. I know the actual actor, but I like because of his voice work.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's in it. He's awesome.
And not Richard Gere. Is it Richard Gere also?
We're focusing on the wrong
Sorry.
thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelvin, I need you to focus, relax, take a breath, go to your quiet place, and let's hope none of those monsters hear you and kill you.
The fuck?
Because that is a movie. No, but for me, like, I'm not saying Soul Eater is a bad thing. It's just you don't feel like there's much of an accomplishment. There's not really much in it for you to like grasp on. This is all my opinion. I'll say that there's nothing for me to grasp on for me to continue watching. Really, I watched it all the way just because like I was bored, and like the only character I liked, and it's the only character I can remember, was a little character named Excalibur.
Yeah,
because he was the funniest little dude ever, especially when you watch him in dub.
Yeah,
because I was like, I'll check how he sounds in dub. Finding out he was voiced by Troy Breaker, fuck yes, and he's like. You can tell he's having fun with the role because he's like, yes, this is me, and kind of stuff. But no, it's Soul Eater was a very well, at some point in times, very well animated, but it wasn't a show that I could latch onto for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's for me, and then it's a little short and sweet, but that's kind of the point because I don't have that much to say about Soul Eater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we got done with our first ones, and like I said, we're not probably gonna get to all these. So Daniel, what's the one you got?
This is the one that Kelvin going to try to kill me
And
for.
I'm going to try to hold him back.
I'm gonna fight you for this.
Like in Tekken 7, because I'll kill you with Negan.
Huh?
I'll hold him back for you.
Yeah,
Don't let me go full Killio on your ass.
No. I mean, like.
Well, explain yourself
All right.
as I hold him back.
I like to hear this.
Okay, so.
Go ahead.
Okay, for this to happen, like we gotta go all the way back. So like back in grade school days or whatever. Like if you ever seen like as a guy that watches anime, you were seen as a target for bullying. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to be a part of that. So just stop a while ago. Then it took me I want to say like near the end of junior high, I started getting back into anime again. And then I hear people were telling me about like, hey, you should check out Naruto. That show is awesome. It's like, okay, and I watched Naruto, and I went through like I don't know how many episodes, and I was like, it's all right.
So you're not hating on it. You're just like it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Like I feel like if I watched it when I was much younger, like probably then I would have loved it like the rest of the people do.
Where exactly? I'm curious now. Where exactly did you stop? Like, and the point, like
I don't know. Like
was he still a little kid or was he?
Yeah. No. I didn't reach the Shippuden. I was still in the first one.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I can understand that to an extent, and just similar to Bleach, Naruto also has fillers. And I will agree to that. But if you look past that though, and actually, not blow right through Shippuden, but just get to Shippuden, shit gets better, and like the progression of Naruto in general. Like, but I mean, again, no.
I mean, like, what's really weird is like these characters, like these are characters I will really like a lot too, because like I like Naruto, I like Sasuke. I forgot what's the name. I forgot what the name of this dude. Like he was a very perverted guy. It was like the Master Roshi.
Jiraiya.
Yeah, Jiraiya.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
You can clearly tell me and Kevin like Naruto.
To this day, on the side note, Sasuke's still a little bitch. Still is.
He still is.
You say that, but he's a total badass at the same time.
Yeah, now, now that
he was a little. His reasonings made him a little bitch, but his actions proved that he was a badass.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's the second best.
Yeah, but Naruto's eventually still can still beat him in a one.
It was a tie.
Yeah.
Every time they fought, it was a tie.
Yeah.
It was a tie. Think about it.
No.
None of them. They've never fully beaten each other.
First time Naruto lost. Second time
when we'll get to this later.
Yeah.
But I have a point to add to him.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where he's coming from.
Okay.
And this is coming from the guy that was the full Naruto head, where I would do the hand signs all the fucking time.
I actually did that one time during Spanish class. This is 7th grade Spanish class, and I was like doing it. Like my friend's like, "Oh, yo, Kevin, that's so cool. How do you do it?" I'm like, "Oh, you do it like this." My Spanish teacher thought I was throwing out gang signs.
Yeah, that was the circulating thing. Like
she thought I was going up gang signs. I'm like,
no, Kelvin, I'm gonna tell you the truth. That was every kid.
Every kid in middle school.
Every kid in middle school who notched Naruto.
All the teachers thought we were like forming some kind of gang. Like, are you like, what gang are you part of? What gang affiliation are you with? I'm like, the Hidden Leaf Village? I don't fucking know.
Like even back then, before I watched Naruto, I even thought that was cool, and I tried doing it myself.
Yeah, no, it was cool. But no, as a longtime Naruto fan, I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud to say that. I'll fight anyone. But I'll also admit, it has a lot of problems in terms of story. It also does the repeating stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it does give you an emotional way at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
They do give you a sense of weight. Yeah, can I say weight? Because like you gotta go through a lot of crap just to get to the best parts, and when the best parts happen, you're like, oh, because I can talk about like the lead dropping the weight gear and making that big explosion. They got everyone going.
Well, oh fuck!
Like shit going down. Jiraiya and Asuma dying. Naruto coming in to save the day. Everyone's like starting off saying Naruto's a piece of shit, but then like when he saves the days, they're all like, yeah, you prove yourself, and it's a good good story, but it takes a damn long to get to.
Yeah, like I also heard it's very infamous for like so many fillers in there as well.
Oh my god.
I will agree to that. That is.
Here's the funny thing.
That's the only thing
I've always told
people
this. I've always told people this. If you're gonna experience Naruto, either do one or two things: just read the manga, or play the Ultimate Ninja Storm games, because those will get you through it so much better, and they'll still give you that weight in the best way possible. Also, they did some of the fighting a lot better than the anime. Like the pain fight scene in the game was a lot better than the actual show. I'll tell you that. But no, I agree with what you're saying. It's kind of it's overrated in a sense, but it kind of deserves its rating.
Yeah. Like I get it why it's big and everything now. Like it still has its fans to this day. I get it. I just couldn't get it in myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't that bad. Kevin?
All right, before we move on, I just want to say that Sakura sucks. I'm glad Naruto went out with Hinata instead.
Oh no, yeah, that one. I was very happy.
Okay, can I say this one thing?
Yeah.
So I don't blame people for hating Sakura, but when your other two leads are basically god tier, what can you do?
True. Also true.
Like I just need you to. You're my healer. That's all I need you to do. I just need you to.
She was basically the healer of the group.
That's all I need you to do. I'm gonna storm in this random RPG boss, hit him with everything you got. Just give me Kuras and I'll be fine. You got some potions? Give me those too. We need another game episode.
God.
Yeah. Kelvin, what else you got? Considering
so again, my list is probably shorter than the other fellas here.
This is your last one.
Yeah, essentially. My last one is SAO. But before everybody in the comments or whoever just starts griping on my ass, SAO, okay, season 2. And I almost got this confused. I actually almost got this confused. And I am so glad you corrected me on this because I figured. Oh no! Like he told me, like, oh, are you sure it's not, GGO or Gun Gale or season 2 of SAO? I'm like, I thought it was, the same. And I'm like, okay, same universe, different characters. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, SAO season 2, because starting from literally, okay, the first, okay, so quick recap from season 1 into season 2. Season 1's good. Okay, good. Elf, even the ending of the final, the first season of the SAO arc, only halfway through season 1, that was good. The second half, that's when they get into Elfen Lied. I'm like, okay, what the heck? What in the hell? What in the actual hell? And then, and it just plummeted. And then it's like, okay, season 2, we're gonna do something different. It's gone now. Kirito was a girl, which it's not necessarily that was a problem for me. I was just like, why? Why all of a sudden now Kirito is entering a new game all in general, and now he's a girl in the series?
Going through the same god
damn bullshit. From season 1, it's literally no, actually scratch that. From the start of the Elfen Lied arc, it's the same thing.
Keep saying Elfen Lied. That's an anime. That's a different anime.
Yeah, you're
say the elf game.
Yeah, just say elf.
I am saying the anime. I'm so sorry. The elf. Okay, sorry. The elf game in this the sense. Yeah, the elf game in. The elf game arc.
Don't start.
The elf game arc in SAO. Okay, it's literally the same thing. It goes through the progression again, and Kirito has to start over. He's got to prove himself. He's got to say, okay, he's his badass. He was his badass. Sword master in SAO, and now he's got to reprove himself again.
He's the black swordsman. No, the fuck he's not.
No, he's not.
No.
Oh, and his weapon of choice, a lightsaber.
I feel like you're going to the aesthetic reason as to why. I have a different reason.
It's
why.
Same here.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, that's not the main reason why. It's just SAO, season 2 was a big no for me, but in general, SAO 2, overall, again, Eli can say this as well. It's the same bullshit once again, because Kirito going through the same thing, starting over, and then this time he's now with Sinon, with a different female protagonist, but essentially also with the same has the same but somewhat different Asuna aspect, in my opinion.
So that's actually the reason why I don't like it.
Yeah, it's because of Sinon?
No, it's more so it's every time. Okay, I've always said this about Sword Art, and funny enough that you say about the fans, because I did get flack one time.
Really?
I didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
It's more because it was during a con that happens here in Houston for anime Matsuri. I was with some friends. We were in a hotel room. I went out to scout out the line because there was a line to get in.
Yeah.
See how far it was.
To the dealer's room?
It was for a reason. I don't remember.
Okay.
But basically, there was some dude with a sign and it's saying worst anime, and I was looking through it, and there's 3 or 4 people that wrote SAO too, and I just wrote some random anime that probably no one's ever heard of because I thought that was the worst shit ever. And I told some of my friends, 2 of them got on me for saying Sword Art Online 2 was a bad anime, and I'm like, I wasn't the one who said it. Well, the thing was, I was thinking at the same time. But they were on me, and I was like, okay, Sword Art fans, you're a little quick, right? I'll say that right now. Fight me. And I mean, what if you want? But essentially, my thing with Sword Art is that this is the ultimate male fantasy in the worst way possible.
I agree. Yeah,
because your main character has no characteristics. He's just whatever kind of loner he is, and he's a total badass at this one thing. And for whatever reason, all the girls are on his ass. But no, he's got to be faithful to one. Because I swear, first half of the season, he had like 3 girls on him.
Yeah.
Next season, the girls on him too.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to SAO 2, another girl's on him. But that's like a really dumb thing to say. But basically, it's a repetitive story, and every character goes into the same thing with his character. You know, he's just there to prove himself, and then some random person just like gawks at him. And like, there's no like stakes. There's no the first season, first half. I've talked to my brother. He hates it a lot more than I do. He said this: if the show just ended with the ending to him leaving Sword Art, no one would have been bitching about it.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say so.
Because like, as soon as it's out, okay, it's over, it's done.
Oh, hey, look, another game. What the?
Come out of nowhere.
Goes back into another game. What the fuck?
And it gets even worse with the story because if you've been keeping up to season 3 or whatever this is, the Alicization. You guys haven't kept up, right?
I've seen trailers of it.
I only watched up to the Gun Gale arc, and that's it. I have not seen what's going on right now.
Is it supposed to be the movie that leads up to the actual Gun Gale series?
No, it's
the movie's like the weird AR thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
This new season Alicization is more like, okay, we're gonna stop focusing on Kirito because he's in a comatose right now. Mm-hmm. We're gonna focus on his character, and it's still pretty bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, it's
that's when Kirito gets really fucked up, right? And then he's just like in coma state.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he can't answer, he can't respond back, he can't like speak. Yeah. Okay.
And like you're thinking, okay, maybe we can finally have a good story. No, we do not. Mm-mm. No, we do not. Because like the writing is still pretty bad, in more ways than one. It's Sword Art is the perfect anime for. And you can take this as offense. I really don't know, man. I'm just gonna say it the way it is. It's like the perfect edgy teen show for some kid.
Yeah.
Daniel, you have one to use. I know you have words to this too.
I'll just get over what everyone has already said. Like, I don't like Sword Art Online. Like, okay, like we just said. Like, if it just ended right at the end where Kirito just lived in the hospital when he just woke up, I probably would have been fine with that.
Asuna was for a reason in the same hospital, but would have been fine with that.
Yeah, but now like all these other seasons, it becomes a mess. And going back and rewatching it again, I hated it and didn't realize how much plot holes there were.
Oh yeah,
there was a time.
Like for example, like I forgot what's the name of that weird little fairy girl or whatever, like Yui.
Who is now all of a sudden became the daughter's like what?
Well, no, they kind of adopted her. That makes sense. But the fact that she showed up in a random other game.
Yeah,
as a different different character.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, she's being deleted. Don't worry, I'll use my hacking skills to like bring her back. It's like, why don't you just get out of the game from there?
Okay.
And this further proving to me that why my statement is that he is just he is just the ultimate male fantasy. He can do everything.
And like I didn't like what happened either. Like Kirito, like at the very end, like he gets to meet the creator of the game. It's like, so why did you make the game like this? You know what? It's been going on for so long. I don't even remember why. I was like, what the hell how do you just forget?
No, you are the cause. Because in the show, if you guys haven't watched it, the first season, essentially, you're stuck in a game. If you die in the game, you die in real life because it'll fry your brain because it's a VR kind of a game.
Yeah.
And if you're saying like, I don't even know the reason why I did anymore, that is, no, you're responsible for the deaths of millions.
And you sound like you just forgot why you did this? No.
I kind of forgot why I did it.
No, that's the thing. He doesn't have the answer.
Yeah.
Like he literally just says, I don't remember or recall why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that is not an answer.
That's not an answer. That's just a poor excuse.
Also, also with the side note that you brought up with Yui's, I'm gonna make this comparison. I don't think you may or may not agree with me on this. Yui to Kirito is Navi to Link, in my opinion.
You know, I'd rather have Navi.
Yeah. Exactly.
The most annoying fairy ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And now to like the world, the next chapter with a weird elf world game shit.
Oh god.
Everything felt so forced. Like Asuna's still stuck in the elf world.
The fact that you turned the most badass chick in the show into basically
a damsel in distress.
Yeah, basically it. And
with no reason, with like the most dumbest reason ever.
Yeah, I just
also one of the most creepiest scenes.
We're not going there.
No,
we're not going.
I'm not gonna bring that up.
Yeah, you're not gonna bring it up, but you know
that
exactly
pissed me off.
You know what scene I'm gonna talk about exactly,
like I'm pretty sure we're all talking about.
Yep.
I'm not gonna go there.
No.
That pissed me off.
Yep.
That pissed everyone off.
Yep.
Let's not.
And then like,
The thing you mentioned, it makes me want to hurt you.
and then we get to the Gungil like chapter. Like,
Again, the same treatment.
the same. Okay, so like he has a sword instead of a gun, and okay, I guess that works. I mean, but the thing is, like, shouldn't the properties work differently since the other game's more fantasy based, while this one's all shooter based or anything?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna suspend my
Daniel
belief.
clearly showing he's a gamer.
I'm just gonna suspend my belief from there, and then it goes on, and it's like, okay, we found out who the killer is, and it pretty much like borrowed the same like idea from the last villain in the Elf Rule game, and brings it over to like this one as well.
And they bring it over to Alicization too.
Again?
Oh, dude, it's just so goddamn.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I was like, again, like, I mean, villains have other motives too, you know.
Yeah, this is the point where we're just talking about the ones we really hate.
Yeah, like
let's move on to something else. I guess it's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me, which one should I go with? No. Okay, I got one. For me, I'm not saying I hate this. I think this is a bad show. I just think that it's been kind of overhyped, and that's Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
wait,
hate Death Note.
Death Note.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I need you to take.
No. I'm Kyle. I'm not like Kelvin here. I have standards. I have morals.
Yeah, you say that. But I'm not saying it's a terrible show. I'm just to like bring in more lighter touch. It's just a show that for me is like I have my reasons for saying it's overrated. It's more like it's a good show, but it's not as great as everyone thinks it is. For me, Death Note is kind of like they take the most littlest thing and make it much more dramatic. While in the manga, it's more toned down. Mm-hmm. It's more relaxed.
Yeah,
it's more calm. While the anime just kind of emphasizes it like to the 10th degree, which just kind of bothers me a lot. But not saying that it's not a bad show, though. I will say that for me, once L died, it's kind of like where it starts going to go downhill.
Okay, yeah, that I will agree with too. Like, I was surprised you said Death Note, not because like I was against it or anything, but like because usually almost everyone loves it unanimously and everything.
No, and I understand that
like the same thing happened with me. It's like, okay, so like Yagami won, and then they're like, oh no, he has an apprentice. It's like, wait, what? Like, okay, stretch it out, I guess, and it just goes on.
On and on, where it should have done, just stayed kind of just chill.
Yeah,
but it didn't.
Yeah,
and especially since in the manga, it's not like over the top. Mm-hmm. While the anime makes it a lot more over the top. I'm like, no. I like the calm, dark atmosphere that you were going for, and now you're just like, I'm yelling at your grave, Elle. I'm saying it with all the hate in my lungs and heart. I'm just like, okay, just pull it back. Just pull it back.
Yeah.
Or the one that everyone loves, the potato scene.
Oh, yeah, the potato chip scene. I was actually going to bring that up.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You haven't seen this one?
I've seen. I can probably the first 3 episodes. That's about it.
I don't blame you. It takes a while to get into.
Basically, Yagami knew that his room was bugged, so he was pretending to study, and it's like, I'll eat this potato chip like it's nothing, and it's all like a Matrix style camera movement and everything.
Well, and as I recall in the manga, it's just like,
yeah, it just ate chips like normal.
Yeah, I'm not saying the story's still pretty good. I feel like it's not the author's best work because I like Bakuman better.
I don't think I read or heard of Bakuman.
Basically, that's like, hey, this is the world of manga artists. This is how much bullshit we gotta go through. I think, and they reference a bunch of manga.
Oh, that kind of reminds me of this one other anime. Yeah. I forgot what it was called, but basically the show goes on like what a lot of people in the anime industry have to go through just animating and working on making these deadlines and shit.
Okay, you gotta tell me that one. That sounds like fun.
Like, I need to find out what that's called.
So that was mine. Daniel, you got another one for us?
Let's see here. I put in Future Diary.
I kind of agree with that. You remember Future Diary?
Mm-mm.
Like, Future Diary, like, when I got a friend that told me, it's like, hey, man, like, you like dark, edgy stuff? And back being that stupid little kid I was, yeah, I like dark, edgy stuff. I want to be mature, man. You like Call of Duty and stuff. And it's like, okay, you got to check this one out. It's called Future Diary. People die in it. No way. So
explain the story to Kelvin, because he clearly hasn't seen it.
Okay, so Future Diary.
I feel like you have, though, or at least heard of it.
If you start like saying like the main pretense, or maybe like like scenes from it, I may be able to pick it up because it sounds really familiar. Because the moment that you said it was like dark and edgy, I'm like, all right, I'm very curious now. Because there's this one other anime where I never remember the name of, but it has some really fucked up death scenes. I will say that.
Yeah. Okay. So Future Diary is about, I think, 8 randomly selected people in Japan, because of course, and basically they're in a free for all contest, and they have to kill each other, and the last person standing gets to become the god of the new world order.
So edgy.
Is it the one where I'm thinking of?
It has Yuno Gasai, everyone's favorite yandere girl.
The main character, yeah. Eli showing me the main character looks familiar, yeah. Unless I'm thinking of a different anime where also everybody's.
That's where you got this image from?
Okay, I remember that scene. Well, I remember that image for sure.
Yeah, that's the one everyone memed on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like back then, I like it. I liked it a lot, and if I go back and watch it again, I would still probably say like I still like it. I just felt like like it's been overhyped because of like the edge in there, because a lot of like edgy stuff happens in it.
Good lord, the main characters are so annoying.
Like one of the participants is a serial killer. We got a yandere girl everyone knows and loves. I don't know how relevant she is now.
Yandere girl, for those of you who don't know what it is basically that crazy stalker girlfriend that you don't want.
Yeah, that like I don't know how else I would say in this. Like a lot of scenes happen, like a specific scene. I don't know if I want to say that right here, but like
don't. If you don't feel comfortable, don't say it.
No, it's not like I don't feel comfortable. I'll say it if I want to. I just don't know if you guys are okay with me saying it.
Yeah, best not.
Okay, yeah, like a lot of a specific thing happens to specific characters a lot, and yeah, there's an evil cult that goes on and everything. The yandere goes on like a shooting spree in a mall.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Like it's not even that. Like I'm talking about something else.
Okay, but no, but like for me, like Mirror, Japanese ones, Mirror Naked, but Future Diary, I like some aspects of it, but also there's some aspects that I'm like, okay, you're just trying too hard. This is from a guy like who watches like movies like I Spit on Your Grave, with something like a very very like touchy subject in the movie. Yeah,
but like they do it. Like, there's a lot of characters that went through the same thing that the main protagonist did, and how I Spit on Your Grave, like a lot. Like, I don't know how many. Like, there's 1, there's 2, I think there's 3. Same thing happened to Yuno as well. It's like, goddamn, how many times is this going to happen to characters in the show?
Yeah, it was really just like trying to top each other, and I'm just like, I don't care. I just want to get to like the crazy stuff, but no.
Yeah, like it's a nice topic, and like I said, I still like it. Like I like the concept of it and everything. I just feel like it hasn't aged well with all the edginess.
No, it hasn't. Like thinking about it now, it just doesn't work. I would say Kelvin, you had another one, but your list is done, right?
My list is done, yeah.
All right, so I'll go with 1, and I think we probably gonna do 2 more, and we can be out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so another one I have, and I'm just gonna take that one out of the equation. You guys remember Akame Got Kill?
I got a friend that brought it up to me once, showed me an episode, but that's about it. I never went back to bother watching it or anything like that.
I remember some clip bits of it, some of the characters, and I think I just remember one of the main villains from that series.
Yeah,
that's about it.
So for me, I've seen it, and I will admit I dropped it because I just didn't care. Because for me, it started off it's a show that basically, like, it's a fantasy show, other worlds, weird stuff, weird crap, and all that good stuff. But essentially for me, Akame Got Kill was just kind of like what you were saying about Future Diary.
Mm-hmm.
It tries to be edgy in a way where like it gets everyone like, oh man, isn't this so cool? Isn't this like so like hardcore, like all the blood and guts and here and there?
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, I'm down for you to be willing to kill off characters. Like, they were doing, like, a Game of Thrones kind of thing. Where, like, they're not afraid to kill off main characters.
Yeah.
Which is, like, okay, that's cool. But I don't care about any of these people.
Yeah.
I don't care about the main character. I don't care about his love interest. I don't care about everyone else. I don't even care about that cool dude that apparently died, and I never thought he was cool at all. Like, I just didn't care. And I think, and everyone's always been saying, like, ranking this on their top 10 shows, the top 10, like, of the decade, well, not now, the decade. But for me, it's like, it's not really that great. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's like you show, So, Kelvin, imagine like one of your an anime you've seen where a character you really enjoy, Jiraiya.
Yeah.
So you and me we're talking here about Jiraiya. You know, his death scene really touched us.
Oh yeah.
And we really got to know the character as he went along, and then we got his backstory, and then he died. Now imagine that for a character done in 2 episodes.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Because am I wrong in that statement?
Like, no.
It's like they don't give you the time to feel the weight of a character, and I feel like if I don't care for your character, if I don't care for what they want to do or what they're doing for it, and like you trying to give us these emotional moments, I can't resonate. I can't do it.
I mean, it is possible like to do it in a short amount of time, but like again, like take a Phantom Blood arc from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like,
yes,
we only see like maybe like 1 or 2 episodes with Jonathan's dad, and then but we had enough time seeing Jonathan and his relationship with his father enough to make where like when we see Jonathan's dad dying right in front of him, like we do feel the emotional bond and you know the way to it.
Yeah, and I agree with that because like for one, you knew that Jonathan's dad,
like he was a nobleman, like he was very polite.
He was noble. He's polite. He just wanted the best for a kid. He was a little bit of a dick to his kid, like, but he had the best intentions.
He had a heart. He was very charitable as well. Like he helped out a man out of jail.
Yeah.
Like he's a good man. So when you see like that good man just die a horrible, painful death, you feel bad, and you know that there's a relationship between the father and son.
Yeah.
Here it's like, okay, here's the relationship. Okay, it feels, I get it. I don't really care. Oh, they killed her off. Oh, I mean, that's bad. And I mean, like you can do like the whole like backstory episode. Next episode they die because like there's one like. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Gundam fan. In one show, one of their iterations called Iron Blood Orphans, they showed a character's backstory, and they killed her off. In the next episode, funny how it's always a chick. They're really fridging these chicks nowadays. But no, she eventually dies in that show, and you know what happened? It ruined my whole day.
Yeah.
It ruined my whole day. I got up early to watch that episode because I knew they always release it on a Sunday, and I work on a Sunday. And then like I watched it. Was sad, went to work sad, tried hoping to get my mind off of it. It did not.
Yeah, like I'll give Sword Art Online. I'll give Sword Art Online this too, because like I remember they only had 1 episode, and it was with Kirito. He was in a group, and then we found out why he decided to go alone. And once that main character died, I only know her for 1 episode. Yet that fucking pulled my heart.
Oh, the Sachi.
Yeah.
And I love how the abridged does it.
Yeah, like. Like even like at the very end where like apparently she had a pre-recorded message for Kirito like for Christmas, that was kind of like heartbreaking as well.
Oh no, yeah, that's how you
like,
do it.
Like I'll give Sword Art Online that as well. Like if if it managed to do that, then I'm pretty sure anyone like with careful writing they can do it too.
Yeah.
I just don't think. Like Eli says, I don't think they did a good job.
And I've heard the manga is different.
Is it?
Yeah. So I might check out the manga more, but again, we're just talking about the anime version. So Daniel, give us one more, and I'll just give my last one.
I'll make it quick. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
And that's a popular one.
It is.
You said that like the only thing I got from that is that stupid fucking dance that is in there, and I can hear the music. I'm sorry,
So Kelvin, you just like this one too.
It's not. Like, again, I haven't seen it, but the only thing, every time I hear that name, or especially, how do me?
The infamous dance that every high school anime club does.
No. Every middle school and high school
anime
it's
not
club.
That, it's Lucky Star.
Oh! Wait, is it Lucky Star?
If it's not, I'm saying if it's not the Haruhi one, it's the Lucky Star.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then the lyrics,
I'm surprised none of us put Lucky Star in
like, yeah, I wanted to put Lucky Star, but I only saw like 1 episode and I should stop right there.
Okay,
I didn't think that was enough.
There, do you happen to know what the lyrics is?
We're not going in there.
I know, but just it's just one line. Do you know what the first line is for like the beginning of the Lucky Star dance?
No, what is it?
I want sausage. If you hear it close enough, it literally says I want sausage.
No. I'm even looking at the camera. No.
Am I wrong?
No. No.
Yes.
Continue.
Okay, so like, how do I feel about Haruhi Suzumiya? Like, I think it's an alright show. I think it's okay. I like it. I don't hate it or anything. But like when people tell me it's like, so do you think it's like the best thing ever? Like I like it, but like I still think these other shows are better. And it's like why? Were you watching it correctly? Like, is there a way to watch it correctly? Yeah. Like, where did you watch it at? It's like, oh, I was watching on a streaming site. And it's like, oh, no, they have the episodes mixed up. You got to watch it in airing date order. And excuse me. So.
What?
Wait, one more time? Come again?
Yeah, so apparently they say, like, to have the best experience out of it, you got to watch it in the specific order. I don't know if it's, if it's an airing date order or not. Like, I forgot. You're supposed to watch these episodes in a specific order to get the best enjoyment out of these.
So not as like episodes 1 through whatever, but
like,
in more of like.
So like you gotta watch episode 1, then episode 3, then episode 7, then episode 5.
Something like that. Like
so whatever, like you said, whatever the date that it releases the episode, you have to watch it.
Sorry, we had a little bit of an issue. You were saying?
Let's see. Crap, what were we talking? Oh yeah,
the dancing.
No. Like, okay, right after the dancing and those stuff. Like, so yeah. Apparently, I found out the other day where like people were discussing like you were supposed to watch these episodes in a specific order, and like I'm sorry, yeah, you're supposed to watch them like in order that they were aired in Japan. So this episode goes first, and then the whatever.
But isn't it already like set up that way?
Like, I don't think they are, because I remember hearing someone like I think when Funimation was teaming up with Crunchyroll so they have both services on Verve together.
Yeah.
I think they had the episodes mixed up, and so people were complaining about it and saying, like, no, you gotta have it put it up in airing dates. And it's like, what?
So you're saying you watch episode 1, then if you watch episode 2, that's not the episode 2. You have to watch.
Apparently, it doesn't start with the first airing date episode either. Like, I don't remember exactly.
What? All right. I'm already getting confused. Just like
like to be honest, I'm probably getting a mix up with another anime, but I'm pretty sure. But I'm like 80% sure that it was the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah.
And another one. Okay, so this one has. Was it 4 episodes or 8 episodes that constantly repeated the same thing over and over?
You're gonna have to give me a name.
Oh, the same one I'm thinking about, because like apparently what was infamous about the anime too.
You're saying the same one you're thinking about, but like which?
No, we're still talking about Haruhi, right?
Yeah, apparently like
Because you're saying there's a different series that has a very similar context in where it's a very short amount of episodes, but like the episodes either repeat themselves or they're in a different order.
Okay, so basically what happened is like this the main dude in the show, apparently he's going through like the same like thing at like 8 times. So basically you're watching 8 episodes that's pretty much the same thing. Like nothing changed whatsoever.
So what, like an anime version of Edge of Tomorrow, or
they gave it a nickname.
Groundhog Day?
No, I don't remember.
Groundhog Day.
I think they called it the Endless 8 because like the guy was stuck
Endless
in 8.
Well, that's
Aid.
That's different anime now.
Yeah, that's.
No, I'm pretty sure that's. I'm gonna look that up quick because I'm pretty sure. That's,
yeah, because what you're saying right now is like there's a similar anime that has a very similar context.
Yeah, that's what I'm
getting.
getting.
And but that's a different series in general.
Yeah, the Endless 8. Basically, the 8 episodes are repeating over and over 8 times.
No, but in the same context, as in, is it going with the same context of like the episodes not being in order, and it has to go based on what it aired in Japan that same context, or is it?
No.
Let him explain.
Yeah.
Okay, no, like that's a different thing. So there's a part in the story where basically like the main character is aware of, but does nothing to change what's going on. So basically, you're watching the same episodes 8 times.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like. Okay, I'm watching episode 1 8 times.
Okay, so yeah,
same thing that happened at the beginning happens saying.
Yeah, so disregard about the order thing I brought up.
Yeah.
So basically, after you put them in order and start watching them, there's these 8 specific episodes that no one really liked because it's pretty much the same thing. You're watching the same episode 8 times.
So it's pretty much the same episode, but like, is it also
it's like,
different scenarios?
No. It's the same scenario over and over again. You're watching episode. Imagine like you're watching episode 1 of Naruto.
Yeah.
From beginning to end, 8 times.
Like, okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
This is episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same episode as episode 1 all the way there.
Yeah, like you ever seen the anime Space Dandy?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember the episode where like they were stuck in a time loop where they experienced the same day over and over again?
Yeah.
Imagine to make an episode for each day they're stuck in a loop for.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
And they don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's horrible. So that's yours?
Yeah, like I think it's alright. I think it's like I said, I think it's okay anime. It's just like I didn't realize like there's this like big like.
Would you say it's the fan base that kind of killed it for you?
I wouldn't say the fan base because like whenever I mention fan bases, I would think of something like toxic. Like,
okay.
Like,
fair enough.
Like for example, I think with Bleach, fans were mad that Ichigo went out with Rukia instead of the other girl, so they
You mean Orihime?
yeah, so they were sending threats to the author, I think.
Oh, that did happen. Oh, Jesus.
Did that really happen?
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah,
I
Oh
remember that.
shit!
No, don't get me wrong. I kind of agree with them, but at the same time, it's like, don't do that.
Don't exhort to
Yeah.
extreme methods.
Like when I think of fandoms, like I think of the toxicity that kills it. I don't think they did. Like
Yeah.
because almost every Haruhi fan I met, they were very nice and they never did anything toxic as far as I know.
They're just weird.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's face it, guys.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's the hype because like
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff I got hyped up and they got disappointed. Like
Mhm.
Watch Dogs, I was really excited for that PS4 game. Then I got really disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it was just a hype that
They
killed
sold
it.
you lies.
Yeah.
They sold me lies.
All right, so this is my last one just to get us out. And Kelvin's a little upset that I put this on there. And listen, there's a reason why I put it on there, and you prove the reason.
And it's still a good reason.
You prove the reason too.
All right, I want to hear this.
So for mine
Please tell us.
is Code Geass.
All right.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not saying it's a terrible show.
Okay.
I've never said it's a terrible show.
All right.
There's a reason why I decided to do this episode too.
Okay.
And there's a reason why I put this episode. For me, it's a decent show
Okay.
that everything went down season 2.
Okay.
A
How
lot
so?
of repeating stuff, a lot of stuff that happens in there. Okay, here we go. Same thing that happens in the first episode. Okay, we're doing it again. We're going through the same bullshit again with these characters. One thing also, the characters tries to seem smart, but he really isn't.
Tries to say one.
So my thing is with Code Geass, one of the things I have issues with, it tries to act smart when really it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're thinking, okay, these characters are really smart, when you really think about it and really try to analyze it, it's not that smart.
Mm-hmm.
I've met people who've watched Code Geass and have said, yeah, it's one of those where they try to make you think it's smart, but it really isn't.
Mm.
And I agree 100% because they basically summed it up. Because I always wondered, what was my issue with Code Geass, and that was it. For you, it's like you talked about it before, like the powers. Like, no, dude, the powers are bullshit.
Yeah.
For me, it's
Well,
like
obviously, it's not realistic because
no, it's not about realism.
Yeah.
It's about like, okay, so this is how it works, but how come it doesn't work for the same character as this? You get what I'm saying, Daniel?
Yeah, kind of like they both have the same abilities, but why one couldn't do the other?
Yeah, exactly. There's no real context to it, and a lot of times it's more like, hey, let's do this one thing, but like make myself sound a lot more smarter. Therefore, I am more conceited. But in reality, I'm really just an idiot. Yeah. Now that got you thinking, now didn't it? Like again, I'm not saying it's a bad show. I just feel like it's everyone gives it like this sort of award for being big and different. Here's the thing: if you've never seen mech anime, none of that is different.
Yeah, fair enough. Like it's no. I agree. It's no Gundam by any means necessary because Gundam was the original predecessor of all things mecha.
And I know you're saying that because I'm the big Gundam fan. Here's the thing: they ripped off a scene.
I mean, I figured
Gundam.
I figured they would.
And I'm talking about literally. This is the exact same scene.
I'm actually curious of what scene.
Okay.
You're
remember that son that died and the Lord Britannia gave his big old speech?
The son that died and
like they have that big old mural picture behind him, and he just gives.
Oh yeah, Clovis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the exact same scene. Really, it's kind of the same context.
Yeah.
As one of the villains' deaths in Gundam.
In Gundam.
It was the big scene where literally the prince has died.
Yeah.
Let us all gather around and his memory, and let's continue this big war in his memory. Mm-hmm. And you know how they give that big old chant?
Yeah.
They do. They also give one big old chant in Gundam.
Oh, hell, Britannia.
No. It's,
I know. Well, in Code, yes, yeah.
Yeah, but like.
But what's the chant in the Gundam?
Sig Zeon. Zig Zeon.
Why does it sound very?
Well, that's because they were basically based off Germany.
Yeah, that's why. like I heard High. Like
Yeah, no, it's the actual language. They actually say is Sig Zeon. Sig Zeon.
Okay, so it's German based. Okay.
Yeah, it's like they're all fully German based.
Okay.
And like that always bothered me. And I'm not saying that it's written badly. I'm just saying that it kind of feels kind of conceited.
I can see what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know, Dan, you got anything to say to me?
Like no, not really. All I really know about Code Geass is basically just this guy who has the power to manipulate people's minds.
Yeah. Have you seen Code Geass right now?
Seen like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and then
Okay.
I forgot to go back.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. But like for me, I'm sorry, like I'm rating because like Kelvin prepared me for that. he had me piped up to go for a rant.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. Again, I'm not saying it's a terrible show. I feel like the first season was a very decent thing. They really set you up, and they really give you all that emotional weight. Even though it kind of, and by season 2, it just kind of like it goes on this repeat. Like I said, and like they try to make you like feel for characters, and I'm like, again, I just don't really care.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, for me, I always felt it was kind of dumb that they kind of left it to the little girl who just chose she chose to no longer look at the world because it was too bad or something.
Nunnally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought it was kind of dumb to have her be in charge of the whole government.
That was a little bit of a curveball whenever like they just announced that Nunnally is now like the
Yes,
governor. Like,
just because she is pure of heart. No.
mm-mm.
No, I hated that. Yeah, but that was
I can't agree with you on at least.
Yeah, and like I'm saying, it's not a bad show. It's just I think a lot of people give it this pedestal that doesn't really deserve it. And also, I kind of have a story to go along with my reasoning for not liking Code Geass as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm a big Gundam fan and all that stuff. So in high school, I was a part of an anime club. It was the first anime club. I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
And like, I mean, I didn't know. I was too young, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too young. And the person in charge was this girl who like really hated mecha, except for like the 3 exceptions, which was Evangelion, fair enough. Star Driver, I mean, I don't really like that one. And then it was Code Geass, and I was like, I mean, I think you should check out like this one Gundam series. I think you'll like it. It's got a lot, because she was also a Yaoi fan, by the way.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah.
Yeah. There's
So,
a lot of Yaoi
yeah.
fans in high school.
Let's not go in there.
Yeah.
But like, you know, because there's a lot of this one Gundam series had a lot of pretty boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, no, I hate Gundam. It's stupid. It's contrived. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. And like, you know, we were cool. We were friends.
Mm-hmm.
But like every time, like, yeah, I would like felt like I had something to do with like Gundam. She would just shoot me down. I'm just like trying to be chill over here.
Yeah.
One day we were supposed to have like a movie day. And like this is early in the days of YouTube where you can find like a full anime movie online.
Like
Yeah,
1F7,
I remember
1, 2,
that.
3.
Yeah, yeah, you guys remember what I'm
Visions
talking
of Escaflowne.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was
Yeah, like-
something else.
Like
Oh,
back
yeah.
when the days when we have a 5-star system.
Oh yeah, and the president, because she's also the president, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
she forgot to bring the Spirited Away movie that we're supposed to show out to like the club,
Mhm.
and I was like, hey, I know some anime movies on YouTube that we can probably pull up, and she's like, we're not watching Gundam. I'm like,
Damn.
Damn.
That was just straight up like just attacking you.
Yeah.
It wasn't even. It wasn't even like okay, like you know, okay. How about like you know a vote of consent? It was like no Gundam, no, none of that.
And
It
that
was
was-
just like that, yeah.
yeah. And like, here's the thing, it wasn't even gonna be Gundam. It was gonna be some kind of like Fate Stay Night movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it was from like and because she always gave me shit for liking Gundam,
Yeah.
and like, cause she always put Code Geass on that pedestal,
Mm-hmm.
and like, my thing, which I like never try to compare,
Yeah.
even though I said it's kind of better because like it actually gives you more of a war sense. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's also one thing. Like Code Geass was always more of the, I'm the person in power. Let me use like these puppets, these like little chess pieces. While Gundam was always more of the,
You know that,
Yeah.
that was basically the whole pretense of season 1. Like Lelouch literally used like the entire like the
Yeah.
like the you know the Japanese Liberation Force as pieces of a chess game. Yeah.
Which is kind of why I didn't like him that much.
Mhm.
Which I was kind of glad he, technically instead of season 3. That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but but that's like always like Gundam better. It was more of like centered on the soldiers. You see the pain and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But going back to the story, so she gave me a lot of flack, and I was like, you know, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
And like, you know, she tries to apologize. I'm like,
Oh, so you actually left the club
I left the club in general.
because of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean that taught me like never to be part of an anime club ever again.
See that's the thing with me. That's probably the main difference. That's the main difference between me and her is that I will never put one anime on top of another, saying okay, like if you were to compare these two, like you said,
Yeah.
Code Geass and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say,
No.
oh, Code Geass is the best. Gundam is stupid. You know, like I'm like even. I've seen like scenes or like from the
Funny thing is
from the
that-
classics
yeah.
or from the modern era Gundam.
But I think she told me she watched one and she didn't like it. I'm like, well, which one did you watch? And she never gave me an answer.
Yeah,
So that
See,
tells me something.
and that's and
not
that,
to put her down, but basically like
that's yeah.
like that experience kind of made me not like Code Geass much as more. I will admit to that because like I had a bad experience with the fan.
It's probably because of the fan, because of her that you had like now you don't like Code Geass as much because you weren't able to enjoy Code Geass on your own terms and figure out for yourself whether you did or did not.
And the thing
like
is,
the series.
I've seen Code Geass too.
Yeah.
I wasn't as big of a fan, but I was like, it's a fine anime. I think the second season it's kind of trash. But you get a minute there.
Yeah.
The only
there's some scenes I was like questionable, but like I mean it was still good, but it's just like there were some episodes that were
I
very
always said this.
questionable.
The only thing you can remember from that is the death of Lelouch.
Yeah.
That's all you needed. That tells you how good it was. You only remember the ending.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not saying that it was a bad show. I will never say it's a bad show.
Yeah.
I say if you enjoy it, go for it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm not saying Code Geass is shit, but there are problems, and a lot of fans kind of don't see the problem, and that's kind of like my issue with it. And that's why I mentioned that story earlier.
Yeah.
Where like there's clear problems, and there's going to be a clear backlash to that, and that's why I never really got in. That's why I can never put it as a pedestal. Mm-hmm. And not saying it's a bad one, but it's like, go ahead, watch it. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the point that I made at the start of this episode of how like whenever we do these kind of reviews, guys, like it's just this is our reviews based on like
our opinions.
So if you're gonna get butthurt about it, I mean that's on you. But this is just our opinions, what we think about these animes, and also like again, it proves my point of how.
But the fact that we can have a discussion here.
Exactly, we're gonna have a
like
discussion.
you just said earlier.
Yeah, we have a discussion about it. Yeah,
like you were gonna give me flack for it.
Yeah,
but I gave you my reasoning.
You gave me my reasoning. Yeah,
and you're like, you know what, Eli? I'll give you that.
Yeah, and then like again, that proves proves one of my points that I made earlier is like.
Hey, give me what Mark's over.
Yeah, that as well. That proves me to my point of how if we're gonna talk about the anime series, like at least talk about an anime that we've watched. Whether it's a season or we've watched a good amount of episodes to get some background knowledge and actually talk about it fully, rather than that one high school chick who literally only watched one Gundam episode, doesn't know what series. So that proves my point of us discussing, having a roundtable discussion and now talking out of your ass. Yeah, that proves my point. That further proves my point about that. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm going back to the Code Geass talk. I mean, you've only seen like, how come? It just didn't interest you or something?
Like. No, like from what I remember, I just started from the stupid little YouTube videos. Like I'm at soup,
the soup video.
Yeah, it's like we'll check the next aisle. Like you get the rest. Just go on YouTube to watch that. It's like, hey, I like that Fluttering Bridge or whatever it was, so I'll go ahead and check it out. I watch one episode, then I watch the second one. It's like okay, I think it's alright so far. And then I came across another anime, and that it suddenly joined the list of backlogs.
Mm-hmm. Though I find it funny. One of my friends compared it to said Code Geass was just Death Note with robots.
Absolutely fucking not. No.
Give it. Think about it. Think about it. Main character meets an otherworldly creature or other kind of, and gives that other person gives him powers in order to influence the world. CC Lelouch.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. I'll give you that. I mean, like I said, me personally, I have only seen a few episodes of Death Note, but it explaining in that pretense, like, all right, I'll give you that.
Yeah, and it's again. I think I've said it again like a bunch of times today, but like we said it before, we're not hating on these series. We just have our own thoughts on why we don't think it's as hyped up as all the other like everything else.
Yeah, seriously, we're just three dudes just talking here. If you like it, go ahead. We're not stopping you.
No, man.
Yeah.
I mean, go for it. It's your choice.
Just don't put people down, man.
I mean, seriously, like I got my own taste. I play some shitty games that people don't like, but I still like them.
Dude, we talked about DMC Devil May Cry.
Not
the one that everyone,
yeah.
No one likes that game, but we're like, it was fun.
It's like the moment that says like, hey, at least it's not the Devil May Cry 2. It's like people get. Oh, God. And people get mad. It's like why are you attacking me? I'm right.
Yeah, DMC 2 was pretty bad.
Yeah, like the fact that people will go as far to say Devil May Cry 2 was better than DMC. I was like, my God. Like I know you hate the redesigns.
I don't know, guys. we had fun.
Yeah.
We got a lot of energy from this one.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly,
What's,
for chilling.
what's our time on this one?
Well, considering how almost an hour 30.
Very
10
nice.
minutes. 10 minutes from away from an hour 30.
Yeah.
9 minutes.
Okay.
But
nice.
yeah, no, it's we're not hating on these shows.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
It's again.
Either we like it, it's okay, or it's just not for us.
Yeah. Everybody has their own taste on there are some animes that we kick it with, others not so much.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, you had some good ones.
Yeah.
We all had good ones.
Mm-hmm.
We had ones that were like, okay, you gotta back that shit up, and you did.
Yeah.
And we gave you for Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we all agree.
Me
on
for
that.
Bleach.
No, I think we're all agreeing on Bleach.
Oh, Bleach, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I never seen Bleach, but yeah.
Yeah.
You got on me for Code Geass.
Yeah.
But you were surprised that okay, I have to really think about it now. You're kind of right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the whole making it sound I'm more smarter than it is. I got it from somebody else, and then it's immediately just oh, that's why I don't like it as much. No, but that's pretty much the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So Kelvin, take us out. Tell them where they can find us.
Yeah. You can find us on anywhere that podcast can be heard. So on the Spotify's, the Castbox, the iTunes, Pandora, Google Play Music. On the iTunes, pretty much that's Apple Podcast. If you find us on there, slap us with that 5-star. And if you're watching the video portion of this, then smash that like button, share the videos with your friends, families, dogs, cats.
Bell icon and all that good stuff.
Yeah, bell icon. Hit the bell icon to get notified on all of the videos that we released on a bi-weekly basis. And once I'm done with school, we'll turn it into a more daily thing. And yeah, subscribe to us. Oh, and also we have a Patreon. So again, I mentioned this before. We're a couple of broke college students. These guys are postgrads. Me and Daniel were still broke college students. So help us out. Even just $1 that will help.
Yeah,
that's gonna help us.
$1 or $2 is fine.
Yeah, $1 or $2 is fine. That's gonna help us in the long run.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, got our social medias as well. So if you guys have any topics that you want us to talk about, just DM us. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We are trying to get more active on that. We're definitely active on the Instagram stories already. So if you guys watch it, then send us a DM. Tell us what you guys think.
Mm-hmm.
But that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah, we're having fun, guys. We'll try to do more anime centered ones, but we'll. It's kind of the hard thing about being a geeky guy. You kind of have to focus on one and try to focus on others, and just. But we can make it through.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been your boy
Daniel.
It's your boy Kelvin.
and your boy Eli, and we've been in the Geek Centurions, and we're signing out.
Bye bye.
Peace.